another day, another blessing, another win. In today's video, I'm going to share to you 10 tips that are essential in order to survive in Nairobi, bro, so that you might not find yourself in the wrong side of Nairobi. And this applies to you. It doesn't matter you are a foreigner visiting the city or you are a resident. Tip number 1, walk with composure. Kama mtu unajua mali anaenda, hata kama umepotea, potea na confidence. Bro, I came to notice how the city works because there was a time when we were heading towards a mall, Galleria Mall, with my 2 other friends. So while walking along, it was Tomboya Street. I'm the one compared to my other 2 friends who seemed smaller in, let's say, appearance, the body size. So I was just walking and random street children appeared. They came across me. They were about 5. They were demanding, not requesting. They were demanding for me to give them something. And so I was asking myself, why was I the one whom they approached instead of approaching my other 2 friends? And this comes down to the way you are walking, bro. So even if you are lost, you just continue walking. Don't start looking around. If you ever decide to start looking around, just go and shelter below a place, a secure place where people are sitting. I can tell you a place, for example, at the Moi Avenue, near the Cooperative Bank, you can find a place where people are sitting there. So at such places, you can just chill and then now start to find your bearings, start to find where you are heading to if you are lost. Okay, tip number 2, usiangalie skyscrapers. Watajua tu umetoka Kisii, Bungoma, ama Nyamira. That's for sure, bro. Like, in any new city or in any new environment when you are a visitor, you are always amazed by the surrounding, the buildings, everything, the skyscrapers. What that implies to the other people, and by other people I'm meaning people with other intentions, people like thieves, robbers. It's always people who want to take your belongings, especially phones. So if you start looking at skyscrapers, building, now it gives them the impression that you are new to the city and you become an easier target because they know you don't know how to manage the situation. Let's say when you are robbed. Third point, usibebe bag hapa mbele kwa chest. You will make them know that you are carrying something precious. Of course, these are no-brainer because what comes to your mind. Let's say you are carrying a laptop. You want to keep the bag in an area or in a position that you can see it most of the time. Little do you know that putting your bag in front with the laptop, now it makes the people know that you have something precious in the bag, something that you don't want to lose. You just be normal, blend with the other people so that they may not find you an easy target. I was nearly robbed, but I'm not going to share that story today. That's a story for another day. So for example, while I'm carrying a phone, in my pocket, right? There is a technique I've designed of making sure that the phone is in place while I walk every time. Every time I walk, let's say in a period of 5 seconds or to 10 seconds, let's say 5 seconds, I keep tapping my pocket every time so that I might feel if my phone is really there, because you never know, bro. You might think that your phone is there, but a snatcher has already snatched. So what are you going to do? When you keep tapping your pocket every time, even if let's say it has happened, you might know that the period that has elapsed or the time that has elapsed after it has happened is not that long, so you might recover. And if you turn immediately, you might find the person who has stolen your belonging. You feel me? So the 4th one, your name is not Oya, bro, ama sister. If you don't know a person, don't engage them. Okay, that I feel like it's partially correct, but most of the times when somebody wants to address you correctly or they want to interact with you correctly, it does not give them validation for them to approach you from behind, calling you random names. Oh yeah, bro. They need to approach you correctly from the front. You feel me? That's the correct approach. When you're walking through the CBD, there is noise from all over. We have hawkers, we have business women, we have businessmen, along the streets. So there is noise, bro. and it doesn't make sense for you to reply to someone calling you Oya. They might be calling other people, so you just ignore. If they really want to talk to you, they will come directly to you. The fifth one, avoid isolated streets, especially in the night, even during the day. And I remember there was a time back in high school, I think we were in Form 2, okay? We were heading home after there was an incident that had occurred in our school. It was about some protests which were about to occur. So the administration was afraid, and then we were released so that the situation could calm down. So we arrived home at odd hours. Let's say we arrived in the CBD. It was at night, bro. It was near morning. It was about something like 1 a.m. So as we were walking along Tomboya Street, we saw somebody being mugged, bro. And you know why it was different or why it happened? This guy was walking in a darker street, in a street where other people are not there except for the thieves. You cannot blame us. We can't go and help that guy because you don't know what might happen to you. You know, you might not know. Maybe there are other thieves around there waiting to see if someone else replies to the scream of that guy. And surprisingly, this guy did not scream. He just let himself get robbed in peace. The sixth one, kama ni late, tembea katikati ya barabara. You know, at the middle of the road is where there is space, and thieves always strive in darkness, in obstacles. Whenever you walk in obstacles where there is no light, you make yourself susceptible to thieves. And you find at night, most roads, they are not busy. So it makes sense for you to just walk beside the footpath, not at the middle of the road, but just near, beside the walking corridor. Number 7, kaa kwa nyumba, stay at home. That's obvious, because if you don't have any business in the CBD, there is no reason for you to go to the CBD. You feel me? Only you go to the CBD if you have something like you are going to pick a delivery, because you moving around now makes you susceptible to anything that will happen. Because I remember previously, I randomly just went to one of my friend's shop. So my friend was closing, and then we were about to leave, and suddenly people started running helter-skelter out of nowhere without any alarm. So for you to avoid such scenarios, if it's not necessary for you to go outside, just stay at home. And that's why I prefer, or most of the times, if the price of getting deliveries done is reasonable, just pay for the delivery instead of going to pick up the delivery from a shop. Number 8, toka tao by 5 if you have to. Okay, that's a no-brainer for your safety. You know, the devil operates at night, so by night you should be at home, because let's say past 5 p.m, at around 6 p.m, that's the rush hour, bro. And you find Nairobi, bro, CBD is crowded at this time. The public transport vehicles are crowded. Even the demand is too high. Sometimes you have to wait, you make longer queues. If you can leave the CBD or leave town by 5 p.m, you just leave. And let's say if you are doing something and you had a package delivered to you and you are going to pick it from the CBD, you have all day long to go and pick it. Just choose in the morning so that you avoid the scuffles of the evening. The 9th tip, kunja sura, usismile ovyo Nairobi sienu. Let's say you are smiling, okay? Now that gives the impression that you are receptive. You are receptive to every person. For example, before they passed this law of prohibiting beggars from the CBD. I remember there was a time I was just chilling at Archive. You know, Archives is like a major meeting place in Nairobi, okay? So I was waiting for someone to come pick me up or to come meet me at Archives. And then a random beggar comes to me. And I feel that he came to me because I was tolerating him, the way I was receptive to him. I'm not having a point against beggars, or it's not like I hate them, but it's just the way that some other people camouflage with the beggars. Now they tarnish their reputation. Now this guy was borrowing me something like, let's say 10 bob, okay? 10 bob or 20 shilling. And I told him, bro, hiyo ndio unataka, mimi sina, unanipata? He insisted and I told him I don't have that money. The only money I have is a fare. He kept on insisting until the point where he wanted to take money forcefully from my pocket. And then I told him, okay, go on, take it. Because now, if he could do that, I feel like it could have turned into violence. That's like robbery. So I'm asking myself, why is it that he came to me and not the other guys? And it just makes sense. It's how you are receptive. The way you smile, you are attractive to people. They come to you. Maintain that stone cold face. Not like you want to beat people, but give the impression that you are busy, like you are not there for any conversations, any unnecessary conversation. Ile nyadi msee akitaka kuapproach, anaona msee yuko na nia zangu hapa. Let him or her be. The 10th point, ukiona chokoch ama mtu hujui akikuapproach, ingia kwa the nearest shop or restaurant. Okay, chokoch are basically these guys who carry the gunias with rubbish, or most of the time it's something like plastic they are going to sell, and sometimes they have the glue they are sipping, the glue. Okay, so if you see such kind of guy, not all of them, but majority of cases happen with these chokoch guys. So you assume whenever you see them that they have a bad intention. At that point, I will twist it this way. If you see that guy is following you anywhere you are going, and then you notice for a long period of time they are coming after you, now you can make a move and enter into a secure place where other people are and stay with them, bro. Like the video and subscribe to the channel, man. Peace out.
I'm about to go big. Yeah. You know what I mean?